Hey everybody, what's going on? This is V-Dub here, and we are back with some MLB The Show content. MLB The Show 24, Road to the Show. As you see, Ace Boomer, number 99. I tried doing a series of them a couple of years ago. Didn't take off, or didn't have time to do it, but now I'm going to bring him back for a edited content series, as well as I will be streaming him over on Twitch. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Vita Productions. And he was a blonde for a while, but now I decided to make him a straight up red hair. And we're going to see how this series turns out. I brought him back as a third baseman, which was his position. And now let's see how his career will start off here as we're going to try to get him to the track to the major leagues. As you can see, Ace is getting a phone call right now from somebody from the scouting department. And he's Mitch Davis from the MLB scouting department. And he's going to get invited to an MLB draft combine, asking if he is interested. And let's see. Yeah, he's going to be interested in joining the combine. And the conversation continues, and hopefully it gives him an opportunity. And as Ace says, he looks forward to showing off his skills. And now his agent will be in contact with him about the
Welcome back to MLB Tonight. I'm Robert Flores, here alongside with former GM Dan O'Dowd and baseball researcher Sarah Langs. MLB Draft Combine is coming up. It's always an exciting time. Dan, what can we expect? What are you going to be looking for?
Well, Robert, for me, this is one of the most important events on the baseball calendar each and every year. If you look at it, all the clubs get a chance to answer the questions they have on the players. And then all the best players in the country get to showcase their skills in front of 30 clubs. So, I'm just really excited to see what's going to happen.
Sarah, it's a 4-day event. It's held at Chase Field in Phoenix. What advanced metrics can players and viewers expect to see?
I mean, there's so much data with this event. Part of why I love it so much. And I've been there every time this has been held. So glad we're back again. For pitchers, you got pitch velocity, you've got spin rate, you've got extension. For hitters, we have your exit velocity, launching, and of course the distance on those home runs.
Well, congratulations and good luck to all the young athletes as they continue their journey to hopefully one day land in the big leagues.
All right, 100 prospects, 30 MLB teams to showcase our talent
Welcome
here.
to day one of the MLB Draft Combine from Chase Field in Arizona. The top high school and college player prospects showcased their skills this week, giving all MLB clubs another opportunity to evaluate this year's draft class. It should be an impactful few days here in the desert. Alongside Sarah Langs, I'm Dan O'Dowd, and it's time for batting practice. So let's focus on what's happening down in the cage.
As you can see, Ace is getting instruction by the batting instructor during the combine here, as he's going to take a few practice swings, and then he's going to show what kind of pop he has. Just basically stay within himself as he's heading towards the batter's box now. Alright, now as you can see, Ace is starting to take some real swings here. As you know, he hit an exit velocity of 101 miles an hour, 400 feet here. And you can see there that probably went a little foul in the background. So we're going to go through these practice swings. I want to show you guys the entire combine here, as I think that is gone. And that does reach the stands here. You can see he has a grade of an A so far after 3. And he's continuing to put the ball in play. That's all they ask right now. But he's got some power, you can tell right now. I mean, of course, this is just combine here and not an actual game to this point. It's just some exercises, and you see here that I believe that might also be gone or close to being gone. That is in this. No, that did land in the stands. And there's another one that's not quite gone, but definitely has some power. And you see him taking that pitch because I ended up getting a spam bot here, and there we go again. That is backed up to an A. Or no, not back up to an A yet. Now he'll be back up to an A after this swing. And he'll finish with an A here after he gets the swing. And that is he put a pretty impressive display with the bat here, as he's being congratulated by fellow prospects, future prospects. He put an impressive display in the box. Now let's see what he could do out on the field as he's talking to the field instructor. Alright, and now we're going to see what he can do out on the field as he's going to get a routine throw to first base, and that throwing meter, I wish I could try to find a way of getting rid of that throwing meter, because it is a pain in the ass. I'm telling you right now, I really hate that thing. I tried to do it, as you can see here, Y, and you see the buttons, and he overthrows them there. As I said, fielding's going to be a very big adventure for me if I can't find a way of getting rid of that throwing meter here. And you're going to find out why here. As you can see, I dove for that. That's a big botch. I get an F very deservingly in the fielding so far, with 3 chances left to try to improve that grade. And that's not going to do it either, because I got to press all those buttons for those button accuracy. I hate that again. Trying to turn a double play here. And let me see here, and no, that's thrown off here, so that ruins the double play. Another double play opportunity for my last opportunity for the fielding. And he's going to ground it cleanly, but he's not going to get the throw off cleanly because of that stupid meter here. As you can see, he's not that happy, but some of the prospects are like, just shake it off, man. It's only day 1 of this prospect. We got prospect games going on to try to redeem yourself, which is very true. So he's going to take it with a good attitude still. And now we're looking at the first projection for Ace Boomer. He is projected to go into the 17th round after day 1 with the combine here. As you can see, some of the teams that are interested, there are 8 teams. You got the LA Angels, Seattle Mariners, Colorado Rockies, the Milwaukee Brewers, the Chicago White Sox, Cleveland Guardians, the New York Mets, and the Washington Nationals on his radar right now. As you see, he is a C potential, first, or 18 years of age, 6'4", 230 pounds. And here we are, game 1 of the 3-game MLB Draft Combine Scouting Games here. As we get our first look at Ace Boomer in an actual game. We'll see how he does in these games. We take a slow motion look at Ace making his first plate appearance of these scouting games. Right up there now in the middle of his first at bat, down 0-1 in the count. Boomer's going to swing. He's going to hit it deep into left center field, or right center field, I should say, and that ball is going to be caught to end the inning. He's 0 for 1. Now on to the second at bat. He is trailing behind the counter now, 0-2. This time he's going to get a hit into left field for his first base hit of the scouting games. He'll be hauled to a single there. Ace Boomer 1 for 2 in this game. All right, first base running action here, and he's being told to steal here. And what is he going to do when he's told to steal? He's going to get the jump off, and he's going to slide into second, and he is safe for his stolen base here in the scouting games. 1 for 1 steal. Fast forward to the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0. His team, Ace's team, is up, and that's going to be a pop fly into right field, and that will do it for the inning. So we now get the first opportunity to see Ace on defense here, and yeah, you're going to see how much of an adventure defense is going to be for me in this series if I can't figure things out here. Now, after that terrible defensive display, let's see what he could do on his third at-bat here. Quickly down 0-2 again, and Boomer is going to get a base hit into right field. He is now 2 for 3 in this game, and he gets an RBI too. And what do you know, the manager is going to make him go for a steal again here. Let's see what Boomer can do. He's going to make a run for it, and he's going to be safe again. 2 hits, an RBI and 2 stolen bases so far in this first scouting game. And now, can he go home? Can they bring him home? And that will not happen as he grounds out to first as Boomer gets stranded at second to end the inning. Alright, now we got some more defense in the scouting game here. Let's see what Boomer can do here as it's a grounder trying to go for a double play here. And he's just going to throw that offline at second base, and the defensive woes continue for him in these scouting games. Now we're in the bottom of the 7th now. Boomer up again with a runner on base, and he's going to smack that one into left field, and he's going to round first, and he's going to head towards second, and he will get there with a stand-up double here, a 1-out stand-up double. And now can Alan Studer bring Ace Boomer home as he has a chance to get 2 RBIs in this situation here, as he is down 0-1 in the count here. As you see Boomer wanting to try to advance and get around and go home, and that's going to happen here as that is deep into left field. No doubt about it, Alan Studer will hit a 3-run homer, and that will bring not just himself and the runner from third home, but will also bring Ace Boomer home. And you can see his team is up. Boomer's team's up 6-2 here. You can see the prospects just very excited. So Ace finishes this game 3 for 4 with a double and an RBI, as well as 2 stolen bases, with his team winning 6-4. He's now projected to go to the 12th round now after the first scouting game, and the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers, as well as the other teams that were added earlier, are now eyeing him as well. So more teams are attracting. He's attracting more. As you can see here now, the introduction to day 3, game number 2 of these scouting games here. Can Boomer improve on his 3 for 4 performance at the bat and as well as on the field? Boomer's first at bat, game number 2, trailing 4-0 actually, with a runner on second with 1 out here in the bottom of the first, and he's going to hit that one in center field, and he's going to fly out to center. He is now 0 for 1 in this game. 2 down in the bottom of the first. First offensive opportunity in scouting game number 2 here. Boomer will field it pretty cleanly here. That throwing meter is a menace, but you know what? He actually gets the out there, so congratulations. Bottom of the third, second at bat for Boomer. 1 on, 1 down here, and he's going to pop that one into right field, and it's going to be caught there for a second out. He's now 0 for 2 in this game. Another at bat now for Boomer, who's 0 for 2 in this game. Runners on the corners here with 1 down, quickly down 0-2 in the count here in the bottom of the 5th, and he's going to smack that one into left field, and that's going to bring the runner from third in, and he will get an RBI, his second RBI of the scouting games here, his first hit of game number 2. So we got Alan Studer now up at bat, who hit a home run in the first game, and now wants to try to get some runners home to maybe tie this ball game up. As you see Boomer getting that lead, and there's a grounder. Looks like it's going to be a routine double play, but however, the throw is offline, and everybody is safe. And now, here we are now, 2 down now, after a runner comes in to score on a sac fly, and that's going to be hit into left field, and it's going to be caught to end the inning as they still trail 4. And now another defensive fielding opportunity for Ace Boomer here in the 8th inning, trailing 4-3 here. Nobody out. And Boomer's going to field that cleanly here. Let's get the 5, 4, and 3 double play here. It is very interesting that twice in this game I was able to provide you a good defensive opportunities for Boomer here. So you can see the replay of that 5, 4, 3 double play. And Boomer up again with his team trailing 4-3. Bases loaded, down 0-1 in the count in the bottom of the 8th, and he will smack that into left center field. And that's going to bring in the tying and the go-ahead runs as his team is on top 5-4. Well, unfortunately, Boomer's team lost this game in late innings 8-5. But he did go 3 for 5 in this performance with 3 RBIs, and now he's projected to go into the 8th round. And more teams who have that team in Los Angeles in blue that I will not mention by name. You got the Giants, the Diamondbacks, the Marlins, The Nationals, the Yankees, Reds, Pirates, and even the Blue Jays are now on their radar. So more teams are looking at him with one more scouting game to go. One last chance for Ace Boomer to improve his draft stock here as we are in the third and final game of the MLB Scouting Combine games. And he has been hot with the bat so far, but his glove, though, is something left to be desired. And Boomer in his first at-bat in this game in the bottom of the first with 2 down, he's going to hit that one into right field. That's going to be landing deep, and he's going to go for second. He's going to round 2. He's going to get there with a double, but he oversteps the base, and he's going to get tagged out before he gets back to second base, and that will end the inning. Terrible base running there. Now second at bat now with a runner on second base, still scoreless here in the bottom of the fourth. And Boomer's just going to get a loud liner out to center field. 2 down. He's now 0 for 2 in this game, or 1 for 2 in this game, I should say. Here we go. Top 5 now. 2 down. Runner on second. Boomer is going to field it cleanly. He should have had to tag, and I don't even know why he couldn't even get the throw out. And he's going to get charged with the error, and I don't know. And we are now in the bottom of the 7th with 1 on and nobody out here. 0-1 to count. Boomer's going to hit that one into center field, but it's going to be playable there, and that is 1 down. He's now, I believe, 1 for 3. Now in the bottom of the 8th, and the Navy team up 2-1 now, and a chance for Boomer to add more to their lead, and he might have that opportunity. He hits that one to right center field. That's going deep. That's carrying back, and that ball is gone. And we see a very quick pause here that I made by mistake. It still doesn't change the fact that it's a 2-run home run, his first home run of the scouting games. If that's his last at bat of the scouting games, he made it count. He puts his team up by 3 now, as I said. You see the replay here. Great home run. Hopefully we see a lot of those in this series. And now we see here the final score 5-1. After that 3-run home run, as you see Ace Boomer in his final scouting game goes 2 for 4 with a home run, 2 double and 2 RBIs, and more teams are interested now, including the Twins, the Texas Rangers, and the Tampa Bay Rays have been added to the list, and I believe the Cincinnati Reds are also new to this list as well. So he's got a handful of major league teams that are looking at him, and he's projected to go into the 5th round, and we have the draft coming right up. But first, before the draft, as you can see, Ace is going to be contacted by his agent here, asking how she's asking how her favorite client is doing, and talking about the great work at the combine. You generated a lot of talent, and that we should expect to be drafted between the 2nd and 5th round. Wow, what a great! I mean, he was projected to go 17th to start off with. And he's just believing in himself, and he's just excited to get this opportunity. And as you see through this conversation here, can't really determine the team that will draft you, but I'm curious, do you have a preference? He just wants to play for any team that drafts him. And she says she can't guarantee anything, but I have a feeling you're going to end up in a great spot. But we'll just have to wait to see what happens. As he thanks his agent for everything. So we'll see now, the waiting game.
With the 6th pick in the 5th round, the Minnesota Twins select Ace Boomer.
Oh, we're going to the Twins. And Ace, again, is drafted by the Twins. And come on, I'm just going to choose him being excited. Come on. Getting drafted to the major leagues. And look at him. He's just getting that hat, getting that high five, putting that Twins hat with pride on. I know my friend Jared would be happy to see this.
All right, so another player that we saw at the MLB Draft Combine, off the board in the middle rounds of this year's draft. What's the reaction here to this pick, starting with you, Sarah?
Well, this played a pretty good combine, but not the absolute best we've ever seen. I think there were some questions, but there's a lot of metrics that show there will be upside here, so I'm very excited to see how this player progresses through the minors.
Yeah, I agree with Sarah completely, Robert. There are some question marks, but I do see upside. What I also see is a really good floor for this individual player. And, you know, guys with good floors sometimes end up being some of the better players that come out of the draft.
And as you can see here, after getting drafted, he's going to be having a few conversations. First one, of course, is with his agent, as his agent couldn't be happier for him. Which she asks, "How does he feel like being drafted by the Twins?" And he's just going to be really happy. And she said, "That's great. They are very lucky to have him." Yes, they are going to be great. "How are you feeling about this draft position?" she asked, and he's like, "I'm pumped. It felt great to go really early, and now it has a chance to prove to the Minnesota Twins, and I can't wait to see what Boomer does as he's getting ready to go to work." You get to work, Ace. And he's going to be starting in Double-A with the Wichita Wind Surge, but he doesn't really care. He just wants to go out and prove himself. "And you'll be good to go when you report to Wichita?" He's like, "Yes, ma'am, I'm ready." "Yeah, Ace, get to work." And now, fast forward, and now he gets to meet with the manager of the Wichita Wind Surge here. They're going to have a little bit of a meeting here. See Ace sitting down, talking to the manager here. Ready to put some serious work in. He's like, "Heck yeah. I'm ready to put the work in." "Good, glad to hear it. In the minors, you get what you put in. Work hard, don't give them a hard time, and also don't forget to work around with the teammates. Help them be their best, and they'll do the same for you." He's like, "Let's see, you got it, Skip." He's just eager to get out there, and I'm eager to see what he can do too. It was great meeting here. Hope you do well. Absolutely, as they shake hands. Wishes him luck, and time for Ace to get to work. And this is where we'll leave this episode off here, as Ace Boomer had a very impressive scouting games. He gets drafted in the 5th round by the Minnesota Twins. Next episode, we'll see his Double-A debut with the Wichita Wind Surge as he tries to make his way through the Minnesota Twins organization. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think Ace Boomer makes it to the majors in his first season? Find out. And also, don't forget to vote on my Future College Football 25 Dynasty poll, as the Mountain West Conference is now out for the preliminary poll. I'll leave the link to the description in the description down below for the community tab, as well as my Instagram and Twitter account polls. So you can have one vote in all 3 of them. So get your voice heard on that one to help me choose my College Football 25 Dynasty when that game comes out in July. And also, don't forget that in a couple of weeks from now that I will be starting the playthrough seasons for the 2024 season here on MLB The Show, and I will leave a link to what that's all about, as I did my content goal video. That will also be link to that video will also be in the description down below. Until then, you guys take care. Peace out, Pisons. Next video should be out on Friday before the March Madness games start for the Friday first round games. Take care, guys.